Just going to compare the size and shape of some of these common little flashlights. Most of them are either 18350 battery size, and some of them are some 18650s that are actually pretty small. But these are all Wurkkos or Sofirn lights. The one that surprised me the most about how small it is this brand new Sofirn SR20. It's SR20 Mini. It's a 1360 size battery with it, but it's a sort of a flood beam to it. But it's not that much bigger than their best-selling light here, this SC13, which is probably one of their most popular lights. You look at the sizing between them. They both use the 18350 batteries, but with the new SR20 you can put longer tubes on it. So you can take a tube like something that goes with this Wurkkos TS12 tube here and mount it in here and add a 18650 battery to it to get longer runtime out of it. You can do that, change the tubes out on some of these. Some you can, some you can't. But you're looking at these little Wurkkos, the TS10, which is Wurkkos' most popular flashlight. It has that smaller 1400 sized battery on it, and it's not a whole lot smaller than the Sofirn is. So this uses more of a flood spotlight to it, and this is more of a flood light. You start getting a little bit bigger than these. You can start getting into the 18650 sizes. You look at this light, it's a Wurkkos. I have to look at it good. That's the WK03. This is 1650 light, 18650 light, but it's just barely bigger than some of these other ones with the smaller batteries. So, even though you might have a little bit bigger battery, the flashlight itself's not that much larger. This is Bridesen flashlight. You can find it sometimes on the Wurkkos website. It's not Wurkkos branded, but I got a feeling whoever produces the tubes and things for this company also makes it for Wurkkos. A lot of times you'll have on this Bridesen store, they'll have Wurkkos flashlights listed also. So I'm not sure how these two companies interact with each other, but there's something tied together between the two of them. But this is a really good flood light, and it's actually one of my favorites. Cheap little light. Sometimes you can find this thing on Amazon as low as $7.95 or so, but most of the time it's around $15.99 for the black one, $19.95 for this green one. But it puts off a ton of light with a small little 18350 battery on it, and it's comparable to this new Wurkkos light here, this TS10 Max. This one uses the 18650 light versus the standard TS10. You can see it's quite a bit bigger than that, but the difference in the Sofirn light here. Some of these 18650 lights aren't that much bigger than the small ones. I mean, you look at that, pretty close in size. So for something just pocketable to carry around, it's just about as easy to get a 18650 battery equipped flashlight as it is to go with these little small ones like that. But it's just up to you to what you are willing to carry around and how much light you're willing to sacrifice. With something like this, will give you a really bright beam right away, but within 30 seconds it's stepped down to about the medium strength beam on it. So you don't get the runtime that you get with a little bit heftier metal frame that can disperse the heat better with them. Something like this is kind of a mixed beam. It has a little bit of a center to it, but a little bit wider pattern. Some of these lights you can sort of take apart and play tinker toys with. A light like this, you can sort of blend with some of these others, taking them apart, try to make other lights a little bit bigger. So you can actually take this one apart and mix a short tube like this. This one's the FC12, usually in the 18650 battery size, but if you buy one of these little short tubes that go with some of these other flashlights, you can use it, screw it all the way down, get one of these shorter batteries, mount in here, and convert this over to use and make it a little more pocketable, a little bit shorter tube with it, and it'll still work there. So it's just, some of these are fun to buy a few different lights like this and just play with them and see what you can make fit, what'll work and what won't work, and use different batteries with them. But this is more just for size, look between these type of flashlights as opposed to a beam comparison, that type of thing. You can just see how some of these flashlights are made by the same company, Wurkkos here, and use an 18650 battery, but others are quite a bit longer. This is one of the shorter, especially this one, 18650 battery equipped flashlights, whereas this one's a little bit longer when put together. So put the standard tube back in here, and it's quite a bit bigger than the shorter Wurkkos on it here. This one's what they consider a tactical flashlight that has the rear thumb switch on it, but you also have a switch on the top here where you can change the strength of the beam. Just one turns it on and off, and one changes the beam intensity. So you can get from something long like that to something that short. Just depends on what you're willing to carry and what your uses are. So this was nothing but just a size comparison of some of the Sofirn and Wurkkos lights. To let you sort of see the differences in how they compare. But my favorite pocketable throw-in light, this light has a really long beam. It'll go out to about 700 meters or so in a small 18350 light. This one you see is the TS11. Excuse me. And it'll throw a tight, intense little beam way out in the distance, longer than most of these other flashlights will that are quite a bit bigger. So this helped you out as far as size and look between some of these lights. Please like and subscribe, and I'll try to make more videos as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.